Hey Falcons fans, the team isn't wasting any time shaking things up after a tough 2024 season that ended without a playoff spot. But don't worry, there's a lot to be excited about as we gear up for the future. Let's dive into all the details, and don't forget to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Rise up, Falcons Nation! On Monday, the Falcons announced the signing of 12 players to reserve future contracts, a smart move to build depth and discover new talent for the upcoming season. Among these names is Philip Dorsett, a former first-round pick known for his blazing speed and NFL experience. Here's a quick look at the players added. Philip Dorsett, WR, Junior Aho, DT, Elijah Dotson, RB, Dylan Drummond, WR, Joey Fisher, OG, Jovan Gwynn, OL, Lamar Jackson, CB, Emory Jones, QB, Khalid Kareem, OLB, Jesse Matthews, WR, Benny Sapp III, S, Tyrone Wheatley Jr., OL. Many of these players were already part of last season's practice squad, while others, like Fisher, have bounced around the league. Fisher, for example, had stints with the 49ers, Steelers, and Browns after going undrafted in 2023. Head coach Raheem Morris made it clear in a Monday press conference that this team needs to get better, especially after a disappointing 8-9 finish and missing the playoffs for the 7th straight year. He emphasized keeping a growth mindset and avoiding mid-season slumps. "We fell short, and it's disappointing for all of us," Morris said. "We need to find ways to avoid those mid-season struggles, improve across the board, and get back to the playoffs where this team belongs." Now, Falcons fans, here's the big question. Do these roster moves feel like the right steps to turn things around? Share your thoughts below. And here's something interesting. Reports are swirling about the future of quarterback Kirk Cousins in Atlanta. With Michael Penix Jr. potentially stepping in as the franchise's new QB, Cousins' role looks uncertain. Many assumed the team would release Cousins due to his no-trade clause, but hold on, there's a twist. According to NFL Network's Cameron Wolfe, the Falcons won't cut Cousins outright. Instead, they'll explore trade options, and if that doesn't work, they're even open to keeping him as a backup behind Penix Jr. It's a bold move that shows the team is serious about making a statement. So, what do you think of this Falcons offseason so far? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned for more updates. The Falcons are facing big decisions this offseason, and one of the hottest topics is the future of Kirk Cousins. While many believe the team will release him before his $10 million roster bonus kicks in on March 17th, local insider Josh Kindle has hinted otherwise. He suggests the Falcons might not be ready to part ways with Cousins just yet. Adding to the speculation, Bleacher Report's James Palmer shared that some within the organization think Cousins can no longer perform at a high level. His numbers from last season, 3,358 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, and a career-high 16 interceptions, paint a picture of a quarterback who struggled before ultimately being benched. So, what's next? Could the Falcons keep Cousins as a backup or explore a trade? Share your thoughts in the comments. The 2024 season ended on a heartbreaking note for the Falcons, with a 44-38 overtime loss to the Carolina Panthers. Despite the disappointing finish, head coach Raheem Morris wasted no time setting the tone for the offseason. "Our job starts today. 2025 starts today," he declared, just hours after the final whistle. But the path forward won't be easy. Morris managed to slightly improve the team's record to 8-9, but the Falcons are still struggling after 7 straight losing seasons, 6 different starting quarterbacks in 4 years, and yet another year without a playoff appearance. The pressure to turn things around is mounting. A spotlight on defense. One of the biggest concerns is the defense, which Morris openly criticized after the loss to the Panthers. When asked about defensive coordinator Jimmy Lake, Morris avoided pointing fingers but stressed the need for a full evaluation. "We have to evaluate everything, our coaches, players, and the entire program," Morris said. "It's about being brutally honest with ourselves to make the best decisions for the team." The Falcons started the 2024 season with 33 coaches, 23 of whom were new hires, including Morris, Lake, and offensive coordinator Zach Robinson. The remaining 10, like special teams coordinator Marcus Williams, were holdovers from the previous staff. Change is constant in the NFL, and Morris knows it all too well. There's never going to be anything the same in this league, whether it's players or coaches, he explained. As long as I've been here, that's how it works. We're already making those changes now. One example of this change is Chandler Whitmer, the Falcons' passing game specialist, who recently accepted a new role as co-offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach at Indiana University. Could more staff changes be on the horizon? It seems likely. Morris summed it up perfectly. It's about being brutally honest and doing what's best for the fans. What do you think, Falcons fans? With so many questions surrounding the roster, coaching staff, and overall direction of the team, how do you feel about the changes so far? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know what you think the Falcons need to do to turn things around in 2025. Is it time for the Falcons to rebuild from the ground up, or are they just a few pieces away from being playoff contenders? It's a tough call, but one thing is certain: Grady Jarrett deserves better, and so do you, the loyal Falcons fans. Jarrett has poured his heart and soul into this franchise for 10 seasons. A fifth-round pick out of Clemson, he's played in 152 games, started 137, and missed just 12 games in his entire career. An incredible feat. He's a two-time Pro Bowler and was recently nominated for the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award for his outstanding work both on and off the field. This season has been especially tough for Jarrett. He worked tirelessly to recover from a torn ACL, dealt with his third head coach and sixth defensive coordinator, and yet found himself in the same frustrating position. Another season without a playoff appearance. That's 7 years in a row now. Despite this, Jarrett remains a beacon of hope. Speaking to the media after the season, he didn't criticize leadership. Instead, he expressed optimism. "I'm not giving up. Nobody in this building wants it more than we do. We're definitely headed in the right direction." While his hope is admirable, the truth is Jarrett and the fans deserve better. The Falcons now share the second longest active playoff drought with the Carolina Panthers, trailing only the New York Jets. 7 years is a long time to wait for success, especially for a team with one of the best stadiums and fan experiences in the league. Big moves, small results. The Falcons made bold moves last offseason, hiring Raheem Morris, signing Kirk Cousins to a major deal, and adding Pro Bowl defensive backs Justin Simmons and Matthew Judon. But despite these investments, the team managed just one more win than the previous year, finishing 8-9. I asked Jarrett about the frustration of giving everything he had, only to face another playoff-less season. His response was heartfelt. "Definitely. It's frustrating, but I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to think the answer is to leave. The work I've done here for 7 years matters. The grass isn't greener elsewhere." Loyalty like that is rare in the NFL. Jarrett's leadership, commitment, and consistent performance deserve to be matched by a franchise that's committed to winning. It's time for the Falcons to reward his trust by building a culture of success. Ownership must step up. Team owner Arthur Blank has to take responsibility. During his tenure, Blank has hired 6 head coaches and 3 general managers, and even with the best quarterback in franchise history for 14 years, the team's overall record under his leadership is 186 to 185 to 1. Mediocrity won't cut it anymore. If the Falcons want to honor Jarrett's dedication and give their fans the success they deserve, the time to act is now. The defense, which was inconsistent all year, needs to be addressed, along with other areas of concern. What do you think, Falcons fans? Is it time for a complete rebuild, or do you believe this team is just a few key changes away from greatness? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The Falcons' pass rush was practically invisible for half the season, and costly mistakes from game management didn't help either. But this isn't about blaming one person. It's about accountability across the board. Grady Jarrett is entering the final year of his contract. He'll turn 32 in April, heading into his 11th season, and while he's not giving up, isn't it time that his faith, and yours as fans, was rewarded? What do you think, Falcons fans? Should the team make radical changes or stick with their current leadership? What will it take for this franchise to finally break free from the playoff drought? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Rise up and go, Falcons!